Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Jones N Mann, and tonight we're jonesing on Sassenach. Because I think this is, if you are a Outlander fan, Sam Heughan, what's the character's name? Jamie Fraser from Outlander. This is not necessarily a Outlander endorsed product, but this is a Sam Heughan endorsed product. So everybody, all the ladies, I got my hat on, but I started to give you a little taco meat, and I needed leather and all, but I'm not gonna take it that far tonight. But I wanted to give you a little bit of the Sassenach. It's Sassenach. I believe it's Gaelic, so it should be a Sassenach, like a little right there on the end. And I think it even means outsider. I was looking for something on the bottle around it, but I don't see it. Blended Scotch. It is 46%. This is a 750. Non-chill filtered, no color added is what it says. I think this is a gorgeous bottle. But you guys know, I'm not a big Scotch guy, but I had to do this one for the ladies. So let's pop this thing on open. I mean, that's pretty impressive bottle design from the top all the way into this ripple. Kind of gives you a big perfume bottle kind of feel. But maybe, or maybe Japanese. I don't know why, but anyway, y'all tell me what kind of vibes do you get off the bottle. But let's go ahead and pop this thing. Ooh, what's your favorite moment from the Outlander? Drop it down below. Let me pour me a little bit. Pours well. It's got good color to it. Smells like Scotch. But if there is a fruity note to it, it doesn't feel peaty, aggressive. But it's light. Has some fruit notes, plum, apple, and I don't want to say peat, but there's that Scotch smoke to it. But I'm going to give it a little taste. Oh, this came in. I got it from my folks down in Madison, North Carolina. Shouts out to Miss D and the squad over there, because this was hard to find in North Carolina. It was $129. So I'll jump right into it. I believe the whiskeys blended in are from 9 to 20 years old. You know, 9 years is getting pretty up there for Scotch, especially when it goes all the way to 20. Scotch is more expensive anyway. I probably would say, without tasting it, it's a $100 bottle. It would be a $100 bottle to have 9 to 20-year-old blended Scotch in a bottle anyway. But let's give a celebrity endorsed. But let's give it a taste and see if it lives up to that. Smells good though. Maybe a little hint of vanilla when I went back to it right there. Woo. She is most certainly Scotch. It's got great legs on it. Let me readjust. Let me readjust my palate. Y'all know Scotch is not my first love. On the front, it's fruity. That plum, that red fruit. It gives a little peppery on your tongue, mid palate. Then the heat builds a little bit on the back of your tongue. It's got me salivating right there, but there is some smoke in there. There's that Scotch smoke. I wouldn't say peat so much as that Scotch smoke. This is Scotch. Automatically you can taste that. I'm warm in the chest, but after all of those things happen, it's a pleasant feel. I mean, you know, it's an enjoyable ride throughout, I should say. Let me pour it on an ice cube. Let me show y'all that. That Jones N Mann Ice Cube right there. Shouts out to the fellas. But let me give it a nice little swirl. The ice immediately tames the nose down, probably between the ice and the wide mouth glass. Let's taste it. Kicks the fruit up a notch, brings the heat down, brings the pepper down, brings the spice down, makes that smoke kind of smolder through, kind of like a little bit like Sam. I don't know if that's how he did. That's it. I mean, in the world of Scotch, it has the elements that I enjoy, but it also has enough Scotch characteristics to be a traditional Scotch. So where I'm going with that is, if you are newer to Scotch, it has some elements that fruit, that ease on the palate, that make it easy to drink. If you are a seasoned Scotch drinker, meaning that you probably most of the time are only drinking single malts, there's a little bit of body, there's a little bit of bite, there's a little bit of, this would be like your, I think it would be enjoyable on both sides of the fence, is basically where I'm going. It's not as peaty. I don't really think it's a lot of peat in there at all, but if that's your boo or your jam, it's probably not going to be there. But I think if you bought this, whether you were a fan of Sam or Outlander or not, and you just like Scotch, I don't think this would be a real letdown for you. I'm not a big Scotch drinker. Price point, at $100, I would probably say most definitely. I paid $130, so with tax, you're talking $140, $150. That's, but Scotch is expensive, man. 9 to 20 years old, depending on how much, I can see it. Like, I was able to come back to that. That second little pour was kind of enjoyable. Hey, I think it's solid. I think it's solid. What would I rate it? In the world of scotches, it's not my favorite scotch of all times. So it's not a 5. I'm going to say a 3, maybe a 3.5. Price point is what makes me say, because Scotch is not my thing, $130. I'm thinking of like all the other things that I would buy only because Scotch is not my thing. But when I think solely focused around Scotch, I've tried some stuff in that price point that I liked a lot less than this. And I think I might really can get down with this and enjoy it a little bit. I'm going to be sharing it with friends, so cool. Very awesome first offering. I think this was 2020 release, and it's just kind of been floating around in there between them. But I'm going to give it a 3.5 if you're a Scotch drinker. If you're a medium Scotch drinker, I think you'd probably be more 3.5 to 4 because I do find it enjoyable. If you're a heavy peated Scotch drinker, you're going to be closer on the 3 side. But I definitely think it would be enjoyable. Sassenach. I want to give it a look right down there. But yeah, 3.35. Not bad, Sam. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and the TikTokies. If this is 2023 still when you're watching this, I'm giving away a Elmer T. Lee. Go to JonesNmann.com. Every $50 that you spend, the link that says order alcohol, have it shipped to your door. Every $50 that you spend gets you an entry. And I'm going to be giving this away at the end of the year. Yeah, I am not disappointed. I'll see y'all next time. Jones N Mann. Click 'em and drink 'em.